There is one divine line, one sacred utterance that breaks through the walls of doubt, scarcity, and delay. It is not just a sentence, it is a spiritual key, a divine decree, a command that heaven itself recognizes. When spoken with unwavering faith, it opens the invisible vaults of abundance and floods your life with wealth, unexpected, wealth untold. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. Let the words sink into your spirit. Feel them, not with the anxious desire of the outer world, but with the calm authority of one who knows that the kingdom is already theirs. You are not asking, you are declaring. You are not hoping, you are knowing. You are the winning word, and the winning word cannot be defeated. The winning word is born from the word of God, which is power, which is law, which never returns void. That divine line is not just words, it is frequency, it is alignment, it is divine permission. When you speak it, the universe rearranges itself to deliver exactly what is already yours by divine right. There is no lottery outside of divine mind. There is only the outpicturing of consciousness. And when your consciousness is filled with divine substance, you become a magnet for every form of supply. Lotteries included, scratch cards, lucky numbers, divine channels, unexpected doors, sudden miracles. They are not outside of you, they are responding to you. You do not chase the wind, you become the vibration of the wind. Every time you say the divine line, say it with feeling, say it with expectancy, say it as if the envelope is already in your hand, as if the draw has already declared your name, as if God whispered, "This one is yours, my beloved." I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. Each word holds a power that activates spiritual law. I am the name of God in you, the divine identity, the creator in action, the winning word, not just a word, the vibration of victory, success, and wealth realized. I open the door, you are not knocking, you are turning the key. You are not waiting, you are walking through, to divine wealth now, not someday, not later, now. In this divine instant, because time bends for the one who speaks truth. This is not manipulation, this is manifestation. This is spiritual law, this is the word made manifest. The game is not outside of you, it is within you. You are the player, the prize, the divine plan fulfilled. You are not subject to chance. Chance is subject to you when you are aligned with divine mind. God is your banker. Spirit is your supply. The lottery is but one of infinite channels through which wealth may come. So speak the line daily, hourly, in silence and aloud. Let it become your mantra, your melody, your magic. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now, and every time you speak it, feel the truth in your bones. The same power that formed galaxies now flows through your voice. You are speaking from the throne, not the valley. You are commanding wealth with love, not fear. You are receiving as a divine child, not begging like the world taught you to. There is nothing too good to be true. There is nothing too wonderful to happen. There is nothing too miraculous to be yours. You are entitled to miracles, because you are one with God, and so the door opens, and the winning ticket finds its way, and divine wealth flows, not through toil, but through truth. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now, and it is done. When you speak, you create. It is the law. It is the unseen fabric of the universe, responding to the command of your voice, shaped by faith and carved with certainty. The divine line, I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now, is not simply a sentence, it is your spiritual wand. Just as Florence Scovel Shinn declared that your word is your wand, you must understand the immensity of what you are holding. Every time you speak, you either cast a spell of abundance or a spell of delay. There is no neutral word in spiritual law. Each one is a seed. Each one is a decree. Each one becomes flesh. When you speak this one divine line, you are no longer a beggar of blessings. You become the creator of miracles. The line is power, precision, and prophecy. It carries the vibration of completion, as though the lottery has already been won, the money already in your account, the numbers already matched. But the world will say, that's foolish. And yet the world does not know the laws of the unseen. The world waits to see to believe. But you are a master of manifestation. You believe to see. That is how the spiritual operates. That is how the divine delivers. Words build worlds. You can speak yourself into lack, and you can speak yourself into overflow. If your word is filled with fear, the result will mirror it. But when your word is soaked in divine authority, the manifestation is inevitable. And this one divine line holds that authority. It was not born from desperation. It was born from knowing, and this knowing must live inside you. Speak it as if angels are echoing it. Speak it as if heaven itself pauses to respond. Speak it with such conviction that the universe cannot help but yield. Do not look outside to check if it's working. That is doubt. That is delay. Look inward. Feel the resonance. When the words leave your lips, do they feel like truth? Do they carry the rhythm of certainty? Do they match the vibration of already having? Because it is not about saying the line, it is about being the line. Your spirit must be fused with it. You don't just declare it, you become it. You become the winning word. You become the open door. You become the wealth that is waiting to be revealed. So say it again. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. Let it sink into the cells of your body. Let it saturate your subconscious. Let it override all programming of lack, of doubt, of resistance. The power of your spoken word reaches places no logic can reach. It rewires timelines. It bypasses limitation. It speaks directly to divine intelligence. And divine intelligence always responds with precision. Every word you speak is an order form sent to the universe. There is no maybe, no confusion, only exact response. So when you speak words of fear, you activate delay. When you speak words of faith, you activate divine law. And when you speak this one divine line, you are not sending a request. You are issuing a royal decree. You are not hoping the door will open. You are declaring that it already has. This is the power of true manifestation, not effort, not hustle, not bargaining with the universe. It is the stillness that comes when your word aligns with God's word. And God's word is always abundance, always yes, always now. You are not convincing the universe to bless you. You are aligning with the fact that it already has. You are not forcing the wind, you are flowing with it. Florence said, man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. So ask yourself, when you speak the divine line, do you see the win? Can you see your name on the check? Can you feel the joy, the astonishment, the gratitude that floods your being when the numbers align? Can you feel the sudden shift in reality, as the lottery is no longer a wish, but a known truth? That is the energy that must back your words. The line must not be empty, it must be full, with faith, with vision, with divine fire. You have spoken many things in your life, but few with this kind of force. You have used words casually, but this one is sacred. This one is holy. This one is a doorway. So treat it as such. Speak it when you wake. Speak it before you sleep. Speak it when fear tries to rise. Speak it when doubt knocks. And speak it again when you feel the power return. The repetition is not begging, it is alignment. Each time you say it, you clear more fog from the mirror of your life, until suddenly the wind reflects clearly back at you. Nothing is stopping you but your old beliefs. But now you are rewiring them, word by word. You are transforming the vibration of your life through the sound of truth. The winning word has already won. It is only waiting for you to believe it, to speak it, and to stand in it. The divine line is the frequency of the finished result. It does not ask permission. It does not plead. It does not whisper. It declares, I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. Say it, become it, and embody it, and let it do what it was created to do, to bring the invisible into the visible, with the ease and certainty of divine law in motion. I am the winning word. The moment this line leaves your lips, you step into your divine identity. You step out of hoping and into knowing. You rise from the world of chance and enter the realm of divine certainty. You are no longer someone watching the miracle. You are the miracle in motion. The winning word is not something outside of you. It is you. It is your true nature, your spiritual DNA. The I am in that sentence is the very name of God in you, and to speak it with authority is to awaken that sleeping God power and call it into form. You are not here to try, to beg, or to wish. You are here to declare. You are here to remember who you are. That is the entire purpose of manifestation, not to change the outer world, but to change your inner recognition of self. The moment you remember, the outer world reshapes itself. I am the winning word is not poetry. It is not affirmation. It is law, it is command. It is your divine birthright made audible. The winning word is victory realized. It is the vibration of already having. It is the frequency of the win in physical form. And when you declare that you are the winning word, you are claiming alignment with the outcome itself. You're not separate from it. You're not hoping it will visit you. You are it. You become the embodiment of success. The manifestation is drawn to you because it recognizes you as the frequency match. There is no resistance, no waiting, just the divine magnetism of truth finding itself. This is why Florence Scovel Shinn always returned to the power of the spoken word. She knew it was not enough to think positively. She taught us that your spoken word has a vibration that cuts through dimensions. When you say, I am the winning word, you are sending out a signal that only wealth, victory, and divine opportunity can respond to. It's a beacon, a lighthouse, a spiritual declaration that activates the gates of abundance. But this declaration must not be casual. It must be holy. It must be said from the depths of belief, not the surface of doubt. You cannot speak this line while still identifying with lack. You cannot call yourself the winning word while feeling unworthy. That is why the inner work matters. That is why repetition matters. That is why you must say the divine line again and again, until it's not just something you say, it's something you are. I am the winning word. Say it until every cell believes you. Say it until your subconscious reorders itself. Say it until all the fear melts away. Say it until your posture changes, until your walk becomes certain, until your voice carries power, until your spirit begins to remember how unstoppable you truly are. And don't just say it, live it. Walk like the winning word. Make choices like the winning word. Feel like the winning word. Think like the winning word. Let this become your new identity. Because manifestation is not about becoming, it's about remembering. The divine in you has always been the winning word. The problem was never in your destiny, it was only in your forgetting. Now you remember. When you hold this truth, you stop chasing results. You stop doubting the timeline. You stop checking the lottery ticket with fear. You check it with expectation. Because you know who you are, you know what you carry. You are the carrier of the divine line, and that line opens the door. Do you see now? The lottery isn't outside of you, it's inside your declaration. It's inside your certainty. It's inside your vibration. The numbers are drawn in your favor when your identity is aligned. The universe isn't giving you a prize, it's mirroring who you've become. You don't get lucky, you align. You don't guess, you declare. You don't wonder, you know. And this knowing grows every time you speak the divine line. I am the winning word. Feel how those words dissolve hesitation. Feel how they push out every old belief that told you you're not enough, not lucky, not chosen. You are chosen because you chose to remember. You are the chosen one the moment you choose your divine identity, and you confirm that identity with every word you speak. Let the world call it impossible. Let them roll their eyes at your declaration. Let them label it delusion. You know what it really is: divine alignment. You are not answering to man's law. You are answering to spiritual law. And spiritual law is not ruled by odds or logic. It is ruled by faith, and by vibration, and by truth. I am the winning word. These words don't just change your day, they change your destiny. They don't just affect your money, they affect your entire field of reality. When your identity shifts, every aspect of life responds. Money moves, doors open, people appear, opportunities align. Why? Because the energy of the winning word is the energy of completion. It does not try, it fulfills. It does not hope, it knows. It does not ask, it commands. So let this be your identity now. Let this be the new root of your being. Not someday I'll win, not I hope it happens, but I am the winning word. That is who you are. That is the truth. That is the code. Speak it, feel it, be it, and let everything else align. Open the door. The command is not passive, it is creative. It is spiritual activation. You are not waiting for the door to open by chance or by some external force. You are the one who opens it. You are the authority. You are the energy that turns the handle. I open the door to divine wealth. Now is not a polite request, it is a shift in consciousness that removes all barriers between you and the supply that already exists. There are no locked doors in divine mind, there are no delays in spiritual law, there is only your readiness to step through. When you speak this divine line, you are acknowledging that the door was never really shut, it only appeared to be closed while you were in the vibration of unworthiness, doubt, or fear. But now, as you speak from your power, from your I am, you become the opener, you become the permission, you become the yes. Feel what happens when you say it with complete belief. I open the door to divine wealth now. You are not asking wealth to find you. You are announcing that you have created a clear path. You are signaling to the universe that the channel is ready. The moment this door is opened in consciousness, the outer reality must follow. Reality reshapes itself to match your inner world. That is law. That is the promise. That is the power you hold. The lottery win you seek already exists. It is already printed. It is already circulating. The divine mind has already aligned the numbers, already designed the moment. But it is your door that must open. That door is vibrational. It is made of belief. It is built from identity. And as you speak this divine line, you dismantle every lie that kept the door sealed. You clear the dust from the hinges. You release the chains of logic and probability. You step into the knowing that divine wealth is not random. It is your right. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "There is no loss in divine mind. There is no lock, no denial, no withholding. If something appears delayed, it is not because God is waiting. It is because the individual has not yet fully opened the door." And now, as you say this line, you do. You surrender the old stories. You let go of the doubts passed down through generations. You silence the inner critic that said you were asking for too much. That door swings wide the moment you decide that you are worthy. So breathe and feel yourself push through that invisible threshold. You are not who you were before. You are not the version of you that hoped from the outside. You are the version that commands from within. The door is open because you say it is, and because your word is law. The universe must respond. You've become the vibrational match to the very thing you seek. Wealth does not arrive through force, it arrives through flow, and flow happens when resistance ends. This divine line ends resistance. I open the door to divine wealth now. Say it again, and let it ring in your bones. Let it echo into every closed space inside your mind and heart. Let it knock down every thought that said, "It can't happen for me," because it can, and it will. And more than that, it is. Do you understand now? You are not asking to be let in. You are announcing that you are already inside. The door isn't a barrier anymore, it's an invitation. The handle was always within reach, but it is only faith that turns it. Faith is the action. Faith is the unlocking. Faith is the bridge between the invisible supply and the visible result. So when you say this divine line, let it be felt. Let it be filled with authority. Feel your hand turning the knob. Feel the light on your face as you step into the room where your name is already written on the check. The room where your numbers are already drawn. The room where the abundance is already flowing toward you. This is the true meaning of opening the door. It is not about the outer world giving you a chance. It is about your inner world declaring that no chance is needed, because divine order has already made it yours. You don't need permission from the system. You don't need validation from the world. You are not waiting for anyone to bless you. You bless yourself with your word. The moment you speak, the moment you believe, the moment you open, the divine wealth rushes in. Not slowly, not in trickles, but in waves, in unexpected moments, in sudden winds, in overflowing channels. The door you open becomes a floodgate, because Spirit doesn't deliver in rations. Spirit delivers in fullness. The divine line is not a whisper, it is a commandment to the invisible. I open the door to divine wealth now. Speak it when doubt rises. Speak it when the facts scream no. Speak it when you feel the old self gripping. Because every time you say it, you affirm the new self. The true self, the self that remembers how powerful it is to simply speak and receive. And the more you speak it, the more the door stays open. This isn't a temporary glimpse of abundance, it's a permanent portal. It is an energetic condition you live in. The door no longer swings on chance, it remains open on purpose. You live in the open state, you walk in it, you breathe it. You win through it. I open the door to divine wealth now. Say it, become it, and walk boldly through the space you have just unlocked. Wealth is not earned. It is received by divine right. The old world taught you to labor for every coin, to fight for every blessing, to qualify yourself through endless doing. But divine law does not operate through strain. Divine supply does not require exhaustion. It requires alignment. It requires acceptance. It requires the knowing that what you seek is already yours because of who you are, not because of what you've done. When you speak the divine line, I am the winning word, I open the door to divine wealth now. You are no longer trying to deserve anything. You are stepping into the truth that you are the vessel through which divine wealth must flow. You're not convincing the universe to give. It already has. You're simply allowing yourself to receive. That shift in identity is the real miracle. That shift in belief is what unlocks the win. You become the one who wealth recognizes. You become the one who does not question her worthiness. You become the one who finally allows it. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Man cannot receive what he does not feel he deserves." And so many feel separate from sudden abundance because deep within, they feel unworthy of ease. But you are not here to earn divine favor. You are here to accept divine inheritance. You are not here to calculate probability. You are here to walk in certainty. You are not just playing the lottery. You are opening a divine channel, and that channel responds not to effort, but to embodiment. As you say the line, say it from that place of knowing. I open the door to divine wealth now, because it is already mine. I am the winning word, because my existence is enough. No more performance, no more overexertion, no more attaching worth to effort. You win because it is written. You receive because it is your natural state. Wealth that flows through divine law does not require hustle. It bypasses the laws of man. It ignores logic. It doesn't need explanation. It is not about who has worked the hardest. It is about who has aligned the deepest, who has surrendered the most, who has truly believed. You can play the same numbers as thousands of others, but when you play them as the winning word, the numbers recognize you. The universe rearranges for you. The supply moves toward you because you are no longer resisting it with your doubt. It is not arrogance to say, "I am the winning word." It is obedience to spiritual truth. It is reverence for the divine force that lives within you. That same force which created planets did not place you here to beg for crumbs. It placed you here to embody divine overflow. And the lottery is one of the many ways spirit can show off its suddenness, its mystery, its grace. Don't limit the how. Don't shrink the possibility. Say yes to the unexpected, the wild, the seemingly impossible. These are the favorite tools of divine law. So now when you declare the line, let it wash away the old programming. I open the door to divine wealth now. Becomes a dismantling of scarcity. It becomes the healing of generations who believed they had to break themselves to be blessed. You are the one who says, "No more." You are the one who proves that spiritual ease is not laziness, it is mastery. You are the one who receives with peace, not guilt, with certainty, not apology. Every time you say the divine line, feel it resetting your identity. Feel it clearing the energy of striving. Feel it planting you into the vibration of grace. Let the idea of worthiness be transformed. You are not worthy because of how much you've suffered. You are not worthy because of how many hours you've worked. You are worthy because you are divine, period. That truth alone is the currency that buys miracles. As you walk through your day, carry the energy of someone who has already received. Move like the wealth has already arrived. Smile like the numbers have already matched. Think like someone who no longer questions whether it's real. This is not pretending. It's aligning. It's matching your vibration to your destiny. It's becoming what you've been waiting for. And when doubt shows up, because it will, don't fight it. Just return to the divine line. Speak it again and again, not to force it, but to remember. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. It is your anchor, your reset, your truth, and every time you speak it, you walk further away from the idea of earning and closer into the truth of receiving. Let the world chase. Let the world hustle. Let the world calculate. You are magnetizing. You are allowing. You are opening. And through that opening, divine wealth flows in ways no man can predict. Through draws, through digits, through divine timing. You are not lucky. You are aligned. You are not hoping. You are knowing. And every time you speak the line, wealth recognizes its destination. It finds your energy. It answers your voice. It comes home. Faith is the power that moves the invisible to the visible. It is the energy that stands between the unseen possibility and the seen reality. Without faith, words are hollow. Without faith, declarations are just noise. But when faith fills your voice, when belief saturates your being, even the most impossible dream must bow to your certainty. That is the law. That is the sacred architecture of manifestation. It is not the size of the desire that determines the outcome. It is the strength of your belief behind it. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. These words are not mechanical. They are alive with frequency. But they only carry weight when you speak them from the deep root of faith, not surface-level hope, not forced positivity, but the kind of faith that says it is already done, even if my eyes haven't seen it yet. That is the kind of faith that rearranges the universe. That is the kind of faith that draws the winning numbers into alignment with your spirit. You see, faith is not just a feeling. It is a vibration. It is a signature. It tells divine law that you are ready. It tells wealth that you have made a home for it. Without faith, your manifestation is like a seed tossed on rocky ground, easily scattered, easily lost. But when you speak with faith, you plant your word deep into the fertile soil of the unseen, and it must bear fruit. It must reveal itself in form, because that is what the word was created to do. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the subconscious is the seat of power, and it only responds to faith-charged words. Not words said with fear or desperation or doubt, but words infused with spiritual certainty. So when you speak this divine line, speak it as one who knows. Speak it as one who has already received. Let it be a proclamation, not a plea. Let it be a confirmation, not a question. This is the path of the manifester. You no longer live by what your senses tell you. You live by what your spirit knows. You no longer wait to see the check before you believe in the win. You believe so strongly that the check must appear. This is not fantasy. This is divine operation. The invisible responds to the frequency of unwavering belief. The seen is simply catching up to the unseen. Faith does not mean ignoring reality. It means overriding it with higher truth. It means knowing that divine law is not bound by statistics or odds. It means understanding that the power of spirit is far beyond human logic. When you say, "I open the door to divine wealth now," you are not hoping a door might open. You are stepping through a door that already exists in the spiritual realm, and you step through it not by force, but by faith. You are not manifesting from willpower. You are manifesting from spiritual power, and spiritual power flows easily through faith. Faith is the bridge. It is the opening. It is the permission. Every time you say the divine line, feel that bridge forming. Feel yourself walking across it. Feel the distance between desire and reality collapsing. Feel the vibration of wealth drawing nearer, not through struggle but through surrender to belief. Faith is not something you work for, it is something you decide. You choose it moment by moment. You choose to believe even when the facts argue. You choose to stand in truth even when fear whispers. You choose to speak the line even when your mind tries to doubt. And every time you choose, you strengthen the signal. Every time you choose, you come closer to receiving. The lottery in the physical sense is just one way for divine wealth to appear. But it is not the game you are playing. It is the law you are aligning with. Faith does not gamble. Faith does not cross fingers. Faith knows. It declares. It walks like it already holds the ticket. It thanks before the prize is seen. That is the level of belief that causes numbers to match, outcomes to tilt, and realities to bend. Faith is not passive. It is active, alive, vibrating through your field. It changes your posture, your words, your presence. You become magnetic not because you are doing more, but because you are believing deeper. You shift into a state where the win is no longer a wish, it is a vibration you embody. You carry it in your tone, in your breath, in your stillness. Say the line again, but this time, not with hope, with faith. Not with need, but with knowing. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. Feel how different it is when you speak from belief. There is no tension, no waiting, only power, only flow, only alignment. That's where the miracle happens, not when the draw occurs, but when your vibration says yes. Faith is the master key. It opens every door. It removes every block. It calls forth what was already prepared for you. You don't have to understand how. You just have to believe it's done. And speak as though it is. Walk as though it is. Give thanks as though it is. Faith is the invitation for divine wealth to arrive, not in theory, but in full, visible, undeniable form. Sudden miracles are natural in divine law. The world may call it chance, but to the one who walks in spiritual truth, nothing is random. What others label as luck is simply the effect of aligned consciousness meeting divine timing. When your vibration is attuned to abundance and your words are spoken in unwavering faith, manifestations can arrive in the blink of an eye, without warning, without struggle, and without explanation. You are not waiting for miracles. You are expecting them, living in them, becoming the very portal through which they flow. Divine law is not confined by calendars or clocks. It is not measured in linear time. It exists in the eternal now, and when you align with it, what once seemed far away suddenly appears. The delay was never in the universe, it was only in belief. The moment you clear that, the miracle can land, and it lands fast. Not because it's rushed, but because it's ready. It's already formed in the invisible. It's simply waiting for your faith to match its frequency. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. You are not commanding the miracle to form. You are aligning with the miracle that already exists. You are removing the fog of doubt, so you can see clearly what Spirit has always had in store for you. You don't have to ask how. The how belongs to God. Your only task is to speak truth, feel truth, and trust truth. That is how miracles manifest, not by force, but by flow. There is no effort in a true miracle. It doesn't come from grinding or striving or convincing. It comes from alignment, from the energy of certainty, from the vibration of receiving. Most people try to prepare for wealth with their minds, but wealth doesn't respond to logic. It responds to frequency, and frequency is set by feeling, by imagination, by faith. You must feel like the one who wins. You must become the vibration of sudden overflow. You must embody the surprise of being divinely chosen, not with arrogance, but with joyful expectancy. You're not lucky, you're aligned. You're not guessing, you're declaring. You're not hoping, you're knowing. That is the shift. That is the doorway through which sudden miracles walk into your life. When you speak the divine line, do it as if the wind is already echoing toward you. Feel the certainty. Feel the joy. Feel the click of the numbers falling into place, not in the physical first, but in the spiritual, where all things begin. And remember, in divine law, nothing needs to make sense to the logical mind. Your miracle might arrive through a draw or a dream, or a door you didn't even know was there. It might come through a number you almost didn't choose, a card you felt nudged to scratch, a ticket you bought last minute. These nudges are not coincidences. They are instructions from divine intelligence. When you're tuned into your inner guidance, you'll feel the whisper that says, "Play now." You'll hear the inner voice that says, "This is the one." And you will act not with fear but with faith. Miracles often disguise themselves as ordinary moments. The divine doesn't always announce itself with trumpets. Sometimes the breakthrough hides in the routine. And yet, when you're aligned, you'll feel the extraordinary humming beneath the surface of the ordinary. That's why your job is not to chase, it is to stay ready. Stay in the energy of already receiving. Stay in the vibration of "course it's mine." Stay in the certainty that divine timing is always perfect, and that wealth knows exactly when and how to appear. When Florence Scovel Shinn spoke of manifestation, she always returned to divine order, that unseen hand guiding all things, that wisdom that knows more than the mind. You don't have to see the whole path. You just have to trust the next inspired step. That trust opens doors. That trust quickens manifestation. That trust is the substance of miracles. You are not small. You are not separate. You are not struggling to prove your worth. You are a divine channel through which infinite wealth can flow at any moment. And the moment you truly believe that, the universe responds. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't check your resume. It checks your frequency. And when your frequency says, "I am the winning word," the universe says yes. When your frequency says, "I open the door to divine wealth now," the miracle answers, "I've been waiting." The win is not delayed. It is delivered in divine right timing. But divine timing is not bound to years or months. It is bound to readiness. And readiness is an energy. Readiness is a decision. Readiness is the willingness to receive even when your logical mind can't see how. You must train yourself to feel the win before you see it. You must rehearse the joy of receiving before the moment arrives. That is not delusion. It is divine creation. So keep saying the line, not to beg, but to build vibration, not to force but to flow. Let your words build the path. Let your faith set the pace. Let your certainty be the magnet that pulls the miracle into view. You're not summoning the impossible. You're making room for what has always been possible. Sudden wealth, unexpected blessings, divine surprises. This is not fiction. This is how spiritual law works when you no longer argue with it. When you no longer dilute your declarations with doubt. When you no longer see miracles as rare, but as your natural state. That is when the wind finds you. That is when the lottery answers your name. That is when the invisible becomes visible. And you realize it was never luck. It was always divine law in motion. Divine timing is always now. The mind will try to delay your miracle, pushing it into some distant future where you're finally ready, finally deserving, finally in the right place. But Spirit knows no delay. Spirit only knows now. The moment you align, the moment you believe, the moment you say with your whole being, "I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now," the universe begins to respond. not tomorrow, not eventually, but in this present moment. Because manifestation is not waiting on time, it's waiting on your vibration. The idea that you must wait is a lie created by fear. Waiting is often doubt disguised as patience. You are not waiting for divine wealth to become available. You are not waiting for a door to be created. The door is already here. The wealth is already vibrating in your field. The answer has already been given. It is not a matter of time, but a matter of tuning. And tuning happens now. You don't need more days. You don't need more proof. You need presence. You need to come fully into this moment and own what has already been prepared for you. Time in divine law bends to belief. When you speak with certainty, time compresses. When you declare with unwavering faith, events accelerate. What was once someday becomes today. What was once out of reach lands in your hands. This is how spiritual law operates. It does not ask you to wait in line. It asks you to rise in vibration. And once you rise, the delivery is instant in the realm that matters. You may not see the outcome immediately with your physical eyes, but your spirit will feel the shift. That shift is everything. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "There is no time in divine mind. It is always now." That means the very moment you believe, the miracle becomes active. You don't have to count days. You don't have to earn more hours. You simply need to say yes in the present. "I open the door to divine wealth now" is not just a statement. It is a refusal to delay your good. It is a sacred declaration that you are ready, available, and aligned in this very breath. So many people miss their miracle because they are waiting for a perfect moment. They are waiting for signs, waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to receive. But the universe doesn't respond to outer permission. It responds to inner truth. When your words and belief align, the universe obeys. That is not arrogance. It's spiritual law. You are not commanding the world. You are cooperating with divine timing. And divine timing is not set to the world's clock. Now is the only moment that holds power. Now is the only place where creation happens. The past is memory. The future is imagination. But now is where the shift takes place. And every time you speak the divine line, you are anchoring that power into this moment. You are choosing presence over postponement. You are saying, "I no longer delay my own good. I receive it now." That decision breaks the illusion of waiting and ushers in the energy of fulfillment. The lottery win you seek isn't somewhere out there, circling a future you. It is circling the version of you who believes right now, who declares right now, who opens the door without hesitation. When you speak the line, speak it with the force of immediacy. Don't wait to feel worthy. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for the world to look different. Say it now. Say it like the results are already here. Say it like the wealth has already landed. Because in truth it has. The spiritual form of your manifestation exists the moment your belief aligns. It is already moving through channels, orchestrating the visible result. You don't need to push it. You don't need to chase it. You only need to receive it. And you receive it by stepping fully into the frequency of now. Not next week. Not once things settle. Not when I feel better. Now. Your power lives here, in this breath, in this word, in this very moment of awareness where you stop deferring your blessings and start standing in them. That is the real shift. That is what changes everything. You are not on the way. You have arrived. You are not preparing for the miracle. You are in it. Even if your eyes haven't caught up, your energy already has. That's what moves the needle. That's what speeds the result. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. not soon, not one day, not eventually, now. Feel how that changes the way you speak. Feel how it shifts your posture. Feel how it demands presence. When you drop into this moment and fully embody the line, all fear dissolves, all doubt fades. You are no longer rehearsing belief, you are belief. You are no longer waiting for the proof, you are the proof. Let this truth settle in your bones. You don't manifest in the future, you manifest in the now. You don't align through time, you align through decision. And every time you speak the divine line with faith, you collapse time. You become the embodiment of readiness. You become the match for divine wealth. You become the vessel of the wind, not because you have waited long enough, but because you have finally stepped into the only place where miracles occur now. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now. These are not just words, they are activations. They are keys, and once spoken in complete faith, they unlock the invisible vaults that have always held your blessings. These vaults are not guarded by force, but by frequency. When you rise into divine certainty, the door no longer resists you. It swings open, not by effort, but by law, not by begging, but by knowing. The universe doesn't play favorites. It mirrors vibration. It doesn't withhold, it responds. The energy you carry is the signal it receives. The moment you speak this one divine line with full spiritual conviction, everything begins shifting to meet you. You are no longer outside the flow. You are inside it, centered, grounded, and chosen. There is no force stronger than the person who speaks truth from the soul. There is no delay where belief lives fully in the now. Wealth is not hiding, it's waiting. It waits for alignment. It waits for the one who knows their words hold weight. It waits for the vibration of someone who no longer looks for signs, but is the sign. You don't chase a lottery win. You become the container that holds it. That's the secret most never learn. It's not about chance, it's about choice, and your choice to declare yourself as divine power in motion is what opens the door. When you walk in faith, everything responds. Numbers rearrange, paths reveal, nudges increase, opportunities appear. And it won't look like striving, it will look like grace. It will feel like knowing without needing proof. That is the realm of the miraculous. It's the dimension where wealth moves instantly, without logical steps. It flows because your consciousness now matches the field of abundance itself. The mind may ask, but where is it? And the spirit answers, it is done. The ego may shout, I need a sign, and the soul whispers, you are the sign. There is nothing more magnetic than the human being who knows they are the doorway, not the beggar at the gate. You are not knocking anymore. You are entering. Your very words are the passcode. Every time you say it, I am the winning word, you declare identity. Every time you say, I open the door to divine wealth now, you announce access. Nothing is off limits. No win is too big, no blessing is too sudden. The only thing ever missing was the recognition of your power, and now that it's awakened, everything begins to move toward you. You will be led, not through struggle, but through subtle nudges. You'll feel drawn to a moment, a number, a gesture. It won't feel dramatic, it will feel certain. The action won't be from panic. It will be from peace. This is how divine wealth works. It doesn't shout, it flows. It doesn't demand logic, it answers to faith. You might be called to buy one single ticket, and just know this is the one, not because of odds, but because your entire being resonates with it. You are no longer guessing, you are receiving. You are no longer hoping, you are claiming, not with tension, but with inner stillness. The stillness that says, it's already mine. And what happens when you become the one who knows? Life starts making room. You'll notice the distractions dissolve, the doubts fade, the inner noise silences, the truth becomes louder than fear. You become the observer of old beliefs and the master of new alignment. You don't have to battle your past. You don't have to undo every limitation. You just have to speak what's true now, and let that truth rewrite everything. Your frequency does the work. Your alignment draws the miracle. Your words shape the field, and the more you declare the divine line, the more natural it feels to be a winner. You stop rehearsing loss. You stop preparing for disappointment. You stop identifying with struggle. And you step fully into the vibration of someone who knows that sudden wealth is your spiritual inheritance. Not because you earned it, but because you finally received it. You are not here to suffer through delay. You are not here to question your worth. You are here to remember. Remember that you and the universe are not separate, that what you speak creates what you see, that your reality bends to your belief. And when belief is set in divine law, no resistance can stand. The path must clear. The door must open. The wind must land. So say it again, not out of repetition, but out of power. Say it because every time you do, your energy sharpens, your field strengthens, your vibration rises. You are not affirming to convince the universe. You are affirming to match it. You are not begging for a win. You are declaring what is already yours in the invisible realm. And from that realm, everything physical must obey. The moment you stop doubting and start declaring, the moment you stop waiting and start receiving, the moment you stop looking outside and start aligning inside, everything changes. The code is not hidden. It's written in your own voice. Speak it, live it, become it. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now, and let the world rearrange itself in response to your certainty. So now you know, the words you speak are not echoes, they are seeds. The moment you declare, I am the winning word, I open the door to divine wealth now. You activate a current that cannot be stopped. You step into a stream where the impossible bends, where the improbable bows, and where the win already exists. You are no longer chasing wealth. You are becoming wealth. You are no longer hoping for a sign. You are the divine signal the universe has been waiting for. Let your voice be the vibration that unlocks it all. Let your faith be louder than facts. Let your energy walk before you, preparing rooms, tickets, and outcomes with divine precision. You are the chosen one, not because you are better, but because you believe. Say it with authority. Say it with calm. Say it until the world responds, because it must. It always does. You are not waiting on luck. Luck is waiting on you. Say it again, and this time feel it land in every cell. I am the winning word. I open the door to divine wealth now, and so it is.